This is the second time I'm shooting this video because the angle on the last one was just awful, and we're not about to show you all the things you don't want to see. I am the internet's digital pastor, Kevin Garcia, and today I'm going to be answering a question I got on my hotline. You didn't know I had a hotline? Yeah, I got a hotline. You can text this number or call this number and leave a voicemail. I do not pick up this number. It is a Google number. But you can anything you send in, super confidential. I'll read everything anonymously and come to you to tell you what you're saying. So yeah, Q&A line, or at least question and opinion. I don't know if I have answers, but I've got lots of opinions. That's what Nadia Bolz-Weber said, so borrowing that from her. And before I get into that question, I want to let you know, Friday, my book, Bad Theology Kills, Undoing Toxic Beliefs and Reclaiming Your Spiritual Authority, is coming to you live. It's been years in the making. It's been a labor of love, and it's really just like, I'm so proud of myself for this. So go ahead and pick up your copy of Bad Theology Kills on my website, thekevingarcia.com/book. So the question that came into my little text message inbox was, I'm 21 years old and I'm just now starting to question my sexuality, but I'm still a virgin. Any tips on how to explore this? Well, first of all, let's talk about how virginity is a construct. And what I mean by that is, like, virginity is this way and this concept that was created by misogyny to basically control women's bodies and say, like, you're only as valuable as the men you haven't slept with. So, like, virginity, like, they say is like, oh, if the woman's hymen is still intact, then, like, you know, she's still a virgin. That's not true, though, because sometimes, like, people's hymens never break. Sometimes people's hymens break just because they do different kinds of work. Like, maybe they're a gymnast, or maybe they're an equestrian, or maybe they just, you know, maybe they were sexually assaulted earlier in life. So, like, you know, the hymen is no indication of whether you've had a sexual debut, because virginity is not real. But that is a real question of, I've never had sex with anyone before, so how do I know, like, what I like or what I'm into? You know, like, you know at least what you're curious about, right? You know, like, kind of like what your fantasies are saying. And so I would say, like, pay attention to what's, like, going on in your head. Pay attention to, like, what your body is, like, saying, like, ooh, like, that makes me feel a certain kind of way. And if it's, like, outside, you know, the heteronormative, it's if you are, like, a cis male or cis woman and you're only attracted to people of the opposite sex, it's like, oh yeah. But if you're questioning your sexuality, don't be afraid of the question. Don't be afraid to say, I might be queer. And just follow that. It's like, and just ask the question, am I queer? And then see what your body says. Follow that. So number one, I would read a couple books, read some other people's stories, because maybe, like, you'll read something in their story that's like, that's me. So I like reading a lot. It's my thing. Two, I would say maybe, like, be okay with just, like, identifying in and of yourself, because, like, you can be queer even if you've never had sex with someone of the same gender, or you know what I'm saying? You are queer despite your experience. I'd also see if you can make some friends. Like, reach out on the internet. I know I've made a ton of connections through Twitter. Queer Twitter is real and wonderful. I mean, it sucks sometimes because being on the internet is trash, garbage fire sometimes, but I found a lot of really beautiful connections there. And it's where I got my start with building my community. So check out the Faithfully LGBT hashtag. Come find us. We're out here. Just be patient with yourself. Like, if you feel like going on a date, go on a date. You don't have to, though. If you feel like maybe, like, making some queer friends and hanging out with them and just asking them about, like, well, how did you know about when you were queer? What was the thing that, like, really, like, clicked with you that, oh, I'm queer? Ask some questions. Like, get out there, make some friends. Because understanding the experiences of others oftentimes helps us understand our own experiences. So that's it. Thanks so much for tuning in for another episode. Pick up Bad Theology Kills on Friday and send your cues, text messages, or voicemails to the number in the description below. I love you so much. New podcast later, and I'll see you later. Bye.